Hey YouTube, hey, it's Joddie Taylor. Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a short and sweet one for you. I wanted to talk about some of my recent faves. Let's get into it. Oh, you know what I should tell you? I am an Amazon influencer. I'm an Amazon associate. So some of these items, no, actually all of them, if they're on Amazon, you click on my link. If it's a qualifying purchase, I may earn a commission, or I will earn a commission. So I will have this in writing, full disclosure, and some of these items as of this recording, I may be sponsored by the brand. I purchased everything I'm going to talk about today myself, but through the Amazon Associate or Amazon Influencer Program, there may be an additional opportunity for me to earn commission, like extra commission. So just up front, again, this will be also spelled out clearly as like hashtag ad, this particular item is sponsored by the brand. I am an Amazon affiliate. So let's put that up front. Also price range wise, I think everything I'm going to talk about is at or around $10. Asterisk, please see below. Prices fluctuate. And so maybe I paid $20 for it and you go to the link or the store and it's $10. So just putting that out there. Let's get into it. My absolute favorite thing that I bought so far this year, I'm recording this April 2025, is this Dash Mini Waffle Maker. I think that's oil on it. I make vegan waffles. I have been using the recipe from Simple Veganista. I'll put the link in the description, and I've tweaked it. So I think she uses applesauce or melted vegan butter, for example, and I'm using avocado oil because that's what I have at home. I use this waffle maker 1 to 3 times per week, and it's a 4-inch waffle. It makes a 4-inch waffle. So it takes me an hour to make 10 to 12 waffles. So if you are a family of 5, this might not be for you. If you have, do your due diligence. If you have a young teenager at home or you're going to be supervising and you just want them to make their own little mini waffles, maybe this is for you. Do your due diligence. Be safe, be careful when cooking. I love it. It's easy to clean. Follow the instructions. I use a damp cloth with like liquid dishwashing soap. And then like another wet cloth that just has water on it. And I usually clean it within a couple of hours of using it. And I've had this about 5 weeks, and this is the white color. So what I use with it, I just want to show some other things real quick. A dough whisk. I've had this dough whisk for years. I got it because I used to have access to a slow cooker, and I would make slow cooker bread. If I still have that recipe, if you're interested, I'll put it. If you have a slow cooker, you want to make bread in it. It came out really good. And so I use this dough whisk. I use this dough whisk for the vegan waffle batter mix. And then I have this silicone, I think, brush, and I use it for the waffle maker. Now, the instructions, I think, will say that you can use a non-aerosol spray. I wanted to use stuff I had at home, brush, and avocado oil, which you may or may not know does well with high temperatures. So use due diligence. So I use this brush. And 2 teaspoons of avocado oil is good for 10 to 12 waffles. And then this, so I use 2 whisks. I don't know why, but I use this dough whisk and I use this little whisk. I also use this whisk to mix protein powder into my coffee. So that's that. And then this ginger press. It's actually a garlic press is what it is. I got it for ginger though, because I was putting like pieces of ginger in my tea, but when I minced it, I got more of the intense flavor in my hot tea. And then I was worried about using this for ginger and garlic. This is from, Zulay Kitchen. So this is one of the items that's sponsored by the brand for extra commissions. It's something I use all the time, every day. None of this is in this video because, don't get me wrong. If you click through and I get commission, great. But I genuinely just wanted to share stuff that I'm using every day. Again, so this is from Zulay Kitchen. I also used to have milk frothers from them. I've had like 2 or 3 milk frothers from them. but it's stainless steel. So my concern was if I put the ginger in it and then garlic, like, is it gonna smell? No, I use it every day for ginger and garlic. I wash it in between uses, of course, or sometimes I'm cooking something that calls for, because it just started with tea, but then I started using it with cooking. So I use it for things that, like, let's say fried rice that might call for ginger and garlic. I love this thing so much. Again, I use it like almost every day. And then one of my other favorites from Alpha Grillers is a meat thermometer. So I do not eat meat right now. It's not part of my ministry, but I do eat seafood. Curiously, even though I've confined myself, or I've put this kind of constraint on myself of just eating seafood and more plant-based foods, I'm not great at making seafood. I always overcook it. Not anymore. This has been such a game changer. It has like different, let me see if I can get it here. Like you can, I think it's not going to be easy, but it says like beef, pork, seafood, fish, pork, poultry, beef. And then for the temperature, it has a little guide here. So it's like medium, well done, medium rare. Sorry, it's a little fuzzy. And then these buttons just for Fahrenheit and Celsius. I use this every time I make fish. Not just fish. Sometimes frozen items will say cook this to 165 degrees. Oh, I never noticed this, but I guess you could twirl it. I don't know if you're like out barbecuing, you could twirl it. So something like frozen, I have like these Morningstar frozen sausage patties, and I think it says something like cook to internal 165 degrees or 145 degrees. So helpful. And then last but not least, something that I've spoken about before and I will probably be speaking about forever is my Contigo tumbler. I love this thing. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? This is also currently sponsored. I bought it with my own money, but sponsored by the brand for additional commission. Again, full disclosure, in writing will be in the description. And this is from Alpha Grillers. If it works great on seafood, I think it'd be even more amazing on meat, if you partake. So this is my Contigo tumbler. I got it when I was getting ready to go on a trip and I wanted something I could travel with. But let me tell you how I use it day to day. Number one, I have been taking this bad boy with me to cafes because some cafes, if not all, in my experience so far, maybe except one, they give a small discount if you bring your own cup, you bring your own tumbler. This sticker is mine. It's from Cherry Human Studios. Link will be in the description. I love all her work. And I'm actually going to start putting more stickers on it. So what I love about this is that it's 16 ounces. Yes, we are in the Stanley era. I have one right there. It's 30 ounces. You know, I have a 40 ounce, a 22 ounce. This is perfect. It's 16 ounces. I'm going to finish it. It's not going to be sitting around all day. It keeps drinks hot. I can't speak to how cold it keeps drinks because I just prefer hot drinks. So I don't think I've ever had a cold drink in here, even though I went to a restaurant and I got a vegan Thai tea. I couldn't finish it and I was like, man, I wish I bought my tumbler. So ever since then, it was like less than 2 weeks ago, but ever since then I've been just carrying this around in my bag in a pouch, because if and when I go to a restaurant and I'm not going to finish that cold drink, it's going right in this bad boy and I'm taking it with me instead of forcing myself, because things are expensive, instead of forcing myself to finish the drink on the spot. So I haven't tested out how cold it keeps things, but if I do, I'll let you know. So it is leak proof. Leak proof. I've put it to the test. No shade against Stanley, but if you have a Stanley, you know that thing turns over. I have the Stanley Quencher H2O. It turns over and it's a wrap. There's water, whatever you're drinking, all over the place. Not with this. As long as this is closed, it just has a little clasp here. And then you just drink out of here. Now, I've spoken about this before. It is tricky to clean. It's tricky to clean. So what I use is this brush cleaner. I feel like I should get a new one. I have two of these. Two come in a pack. One is literally in my suitcase right there. I just keep it ready to go because when I was traveling with this tumbler, I washed it every day using a brush that's in better condition. So it has this regular brush here. I use this part usually when I'm cleaning my coffee maker. But this part I use to get into ridges, to get under here. And then let me open it, show you here. So like this. And then here, like if you have something that's stuck, you can go like this. Personally, I've only put coffee in here and like drink it like this because I'm always afraid it's gonna get stuck and can I clean it out properly. I just drink from the lid with the lid on with clear liquids. That's just my choice because I'm worried about cleaning it properly. But do your due diligence. And I should also say that Contigo has plenty other tumblers. They even have a tumbler that's labeled easy to clean. I don't think this lid is easy to clean, but would I buy it again? Yeah. I wanted the white one. They didn't have it, and I got this color, which is, it's not black. It looks like it's black. I think it's called something else. I'll put the link in the description. And I think they have a pink marble that's cute. I love this thing. I love it. I bought this actually last year, so I can't say it's my favorite thing that I bought this year. My favorite thing I bought so far this year is this Mini Waffle Maker. But my favorite thing I bought last year is this. And these are things, again, that I use every day or quite a lot, like during the week. That's it. Those are my kitchen things. Well, they're not really kitchen things. Kind of. Not everything. The tumbler I take with me. Like I said, I now have a dedicated pouch in my bag that I put it in so that when I go out, you know, if I happen to go to a cafe or I want to take my drink to go at a restaurant. If you don't get anything else, I always like to say this, if you don't get anything else in this video, it's like, this is tough because my favorites are the Contigo tumbler, Leak Proof, and the Dash Mini Waffle Maker. I can't decide. If you don't get anything else, I'd say get the tumbler because it's something you can use every single day. I use this as much as I love waffles. First of all, I stand there and I make 10 to 12 with one batter. So I don't need to use this all that often. The first week or two that I had it, I really was making waffles. I think the first 2 weeks I made waffles like 2 or 3 times each week. And now I just make them once a week. But I love this thing. It's so cool. It's my fear with getting, and then I'm going to wrap it up. My fear with getting things for the kitchen, counter space, and not clutter, but I don't like to have things that are just sitting around and like staring at me. And that's my fear. Kind of like I'm making this up because I mentioned a slow cooker. When I had access to a slow cooker, I used it all the time. But that changed. The reason why I don't have one now is because I don't eat beef or pork anymore. And I've tried seafood in a slow cooker. It's fine, but it's not necessary. I feel like I'm going off on a tangent. Now let me end here. I was saying that I want to have things that I'm going to use. And one of the reasons I love this so much is because I use it. It's not a gadget. It's not something just sticking in my house like this thermometer. I use it every week. As long as I'm making seafood, which is often, I'm going to use it. I'm tired of like overcooked fish. It's a crime. Overcooked seafood is a crime. So I use it. I like things. I love things that I can use. And if you're like me or you want to have more things that you use and you love, then I recommend the things that I mentioned in this video. Okay. And again, the one thing I'd recommend over everything that I've mentioned would be the tumbler because it's the thing that I use the most. I use it at home. I use it traveling. I'm now taking it with me. And one other thing, I've mentioned this in another video, but one thing I would do differently traveling is if I didn't have liquids in it, I would put my snacks in it because this can hold a lot of jelly beans or some popcorn or something, and it's leak proof. You know, like dry goods aren't gonna fall out of here, but it's a good little snack carrier. All right, let's really end here. Thank you for watching.